No, nothing. It's after dark. I don't have shit.
It's Beer Budz.
After
dark. It's Beer Budz.
After dark. After dark. After dark.
This is your host, unofficial Beer Budz Michael, because he hates the regular Beer Budz podcast.
After dark. Dark.
Where's Othello's, man?
He's gonna pull out.
Fuck
Well,
Othello's
that
mic.
one. We just need the cable.
You just need
Did I hear my cousin?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Oh, he's actually behind you.
Oh shit! Where the fuck? Where's your? Where's? I just need the cable. Did you bring the cable?
I didn't bring the cable.
Yeah. So there we go. We got it. Get the chair, baby. This is Beer Budz After Dark. This is only until we get bored. King of the hill.
Tight.
Woo!
Thank you
Alright.
to our audience.
I'm gonna finish my
Give me
Modelo.
that
Pass me
clap.
my Modelo, man. So this is Beer Budz After Dark, where we discuss serious topics.
So this is
Serious
Beer
shit.
Budz After Dark, where the truth comes out about the regular podcast, where Carlos opened up a Modelo Especial and he didn't even touch
Yeah, I'm about to touch it right now.
it when it's warm. That's
Don't touch my shit, man.
That's a Beer
Who
Budz.
told you Modelo let you touch her?
Who told you Modelo? Can you
Hey, you ever
can you
been-
talk appropriately?
Hey, what happened to Michael Reconnects, man? I thought we were gonna have our fucking episode.
No, because I want the episodes to be quality episodes.
I thought-
so I don't want you out there.
But don't you want to hear me talk about Asians and my Asian race car and how deep I was?
You have an Asian
You were
race
deep
car?
inside
Don't you
her.
remember? Oh yeah. Oh, it's because Daniel doesn't make it.
Oh, I need to show you guys the audio clip. Wait, let's connect it.
No, I saw the Ford Raptor one. That shit was fun, dude.
How do I connect my phone? I think it's
I'm
like
always just posting shit just to make fun of.
You haven't heard it, right?
It's
Oh,
like,
here you go.
hey, could you guys look
Where's the
out
cable?
for me? And like, is this?
Yeah.
Where's your cable?
Oh,
baby?
yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's yours.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I connected it for you.
Where's the cable?
What do you want me to connect?
Wait,
Carlos?
dude, this is the cable right here.
No. I was talking about like, can I connect my phone to the thing? Yeah, I can, right?
Yeah.
And then like show so everyone can hear the clip. There's a way to do it.
There is a way to do it, but I just don't know.
I don't fucking know. Whatever. Maybe I could just do like maybe I'll just put it like close to the fucking mic. All right, here it is. Where's your XLR cable?
That one.
Oh yeah. All right. Pass me the cable.
But
XLR.
That's not it. That's the plan.
this one right here.
Oh, so it's already connected to the mic.
Oh, okay. Wait.
So we
okay.
don't have an extra.
No, but we brought one. Oh no, we brought one for his. Where do I put his?
In my box.
Oh, I put it back in your box. That's what it was. Cause there was one for this shit. Hold on.
Welcome to the Beer Budz After Dark episode. Where Carlos doesn't have his shit together.
I didn't have my shit together in the normal one
But then,
either.
Carlos has his shit
Thanks for getting
together.
my joke.
Yeah.
At the level he has his shit together.
Wait, where did I put it? Oh no, I threw it over there. It's over there.
Oh, nice. Is that the Amazon Basics one?
No, it's his.
It might not work then.
Why not? It's a
Because
short
remember we
cable.
had the issue with the other one?
It's a regular one. It's just gonna have a little bit. It's gonna have a little
that's the
bit
other
static maybe, but
This way.
Have you tested it?
yeah, there you go.
You tested it?
Yeah, it's good. Why wouldn't it work?
Because remember we tried it with my other mic?
No,
It was the same one?
It worked though. It just had more staticky noise.
Sure.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, we'll make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Unmute it.
It is unmuted.
Oh shit. Alright,
I actually
perfect.
know what I'm doing.
There you go. And then you just you have to turn. Cause that's not battery powered, is it? Is that battery powered?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go, yeah.
Check, yes, check.
Yeah, sit next to him. There you go. You're good.
Get closer into the camera.
Is that too low? Is that too low?
Check. But then I'm covering.
That's fine, dude.
No, you're
That's
not.
okay. I'm not part
No,
of this
you're not.
podcast.
Like,
Oh,
fucking-
word.
I'm
just,
like,
just move more
yes,
to,
sir.
just
I'm
move
like
to,
Joe
like,
Rogan's,
move next to
I'm
him.
like Jamie.
Jamie.
Move next to him. Here you go.
Jamie
Actually,
Vernon is
off
the
camera.
best
There you go.
producer of all time.
You have more space.
You know who's not the best producer? Ooh, Carlos is He's also the worst deputy inspector in the world.
I'd say I give it to me. I'm the worst one.
Me and Dan are going to open our business together and be
I
a home
think I'm-
inspector, and he's going to be a deputy inspector.
I think I'm the worst one because I don't even have my deputy inspector license. So I think I would be the fucking the worst deputy inspector.
He's not.
Seeing
no.
as how I
I
don't have a fucking.
it's-
I would send him on jobs. So.
It's Beer Budz David.
I'd say he's the best one because he
Yeah.
actually looks for things.
I do too,
No, I hate
bitch.
Oh,
I just don't have
So
a
you're one of
concrete
them.
license. Yeah, I just don't have a concrete license. Cause fuck that shit. You gotta stay there the whole fucking time.
Fucking concrete license.
Yeah. That shit
We're talking shit about concrete licensed deputies right now.
It's just fucking
No,
bullshit.
but David does do his job. He's actually worried about it. And then Carlos is
Yeah.
like, oh, can you
That's
just
the
like
thing.
send me a picture of the permit?
Come to
No!
my house and
Bye.
pay me, and I'll give you the report.
I don't even need to show up to the inspection. Just email me the forms. I'll sign it and I'll email it to you back.
Dude.
No, he's fucking lying. That's not what fucking goes
You're
down.
lying, bro.
You are lying.
Just like Carlos when he says he does his inspections.
Dang.
Oh, it says
Fucking-
Carlos Casares mentiroso.
Bullshitting, dude. I fucking did my inspection, bro. Texas, listen, don't listen to him. I'm applying as a city inspector. I do my
Oh.
inspection. I do my inspections. I'll fucking listen to this fucking nerd. He doesn't know what the fuck is. Look, yes. did the guy send me pictures of the job? Yes. Did I write the report about actually being there?
It's the 21st
That's
century.
that's incriminating information, and of course I did.
Century.
So did he tell you what date to put on the report?
No.
No, you have to blame. so the
I
person
went.
can-
I went. This is incriminating information, and I actually went to the site. No. It's just you have a level of trust with people. I did go, however, I went a little
Time
bit
out,
later.
time out. I would just like to reiterate, there are 5 random fools talking about 5 random shits, and we...
There's 4.
It's all random as fuck.
It's
So
4.
maybe Alfredo isn't the best deputy inspector because he doesn't know the difference between 4 and 5.
Yeah,
I don't know the difference between 4 and
Wait.
5. Don't hire me.
Can I show you guys? Are you guys all down in the mood of Texas? We get a
No,
house.
Carlos.
Wait, let me show
If
you.
you buy me a Ford Raptor, I'll go.
If we all get this house together, the monthly payment is $7,000.
Together.
The monthly
So you tell me
payment.
I have to
Let
move
me-
to Texas and then I have to live with you?
If you listen to this podcast, check out the address 22 Via Oregon in San Antonio, Texas. It's
Whoa.
7,721.
That shit looks
Oh, you
good.
saw it. and we get 4 people. Like this is a fucking compound. Like this is a
That
shit.
is legit.
Like we
Well,
all.
honestly, when I think about it, like I want my own place with my own lady.
I know.
Yeah.
No, look, I was talking to
Lady,
the.
my
Let me
mom.
just say this. I was talking to. I was talking to a real estate agent. I gave him my number and I'm like, I think I could get this guy down to 1.8 million.
You are crazy.
This
2
What
point
is that, like 2.5
Wait.
or something?
2.5.
2.5.
2.2, bitch.
2 and a quarter.
2 and a quarter. Wait, but let me say this. This house has been on fucking sale for 100 days. 103 now. It's been on sale for 103 days. I know I can get this motherfucker down to 1.8 million. I'm telling you.
I
3 days is a long time, yeah.
Yeah.
That's half a year.
The house
I mean,
is.
in half a year, nobody's bought that shit.
Yeah. People around the house have not. Like the houses around that house are like 1.6, 1.5. I know I can get this motherfucker down to 1.8.
So you're a San Antonio real estate expert.
Like, just trust me on this.
They do,
1.8 million.
Carlos.
Yeah.
I would talk the talk, dude. Walk the walk.
Yeah. Are you guys down to go with me? It'll be like 7,500.
No,
You divide that by 4.
dude.
You divide
No.
7,500 by 4. What is that? Like we're talking
Nah.
about. We're talking about 7,500 divided by 4. That's 1,800 each person, dude.
So the question
That's
is,
a
can
lot.
you find
That's a
those
big
4
mortgage.
people?
I mean, I could just buy a
1,
house
2,
here.
3.
I
I find
not
4.
down.
I find 4 right here.
Mortgage, dude. 1.8.
Then when we're done paying it off, we'll just rent it out to some YouTubers who want like a compound home. They'll call it this is
Okay, how?
yeah. They'll call it
He's thought this out. I agree.
yeah.
I agree. Yep.
They'll call it like this is the click house, the lit house, you know, the hype house or some shit. They'll call it something like that, dude.
Wow, dude.
Cause they have names for it.
It's
You know
called
that.
the lit house.
Yeah, you know there's a house called the Clout House. There's legit a house called the Clout House.
Who goes
Oh, did you find that out when you were Ubering
No.
Zac Efron, and that's how you found out?
That's how I found it out. And I was out there by fucking Hollywood.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, no, further up.
The valley? Your
Yeah.
notes.
I was in Reseda.
That's probably about I think I was in Reseda.
Question. Do you believe that I drove Zac Efron?
I could, if you told me and you looked me right in the eye
I'll look
and
you
you
right in
told
the
me
eye.
that
I
you
drove Zac
I
Efron.
don't know.
I believe you, man.
Alright.
I believe
This
you drove
motherfucker, I drove Zac Efron. This
Yeah.
motherfucker does not believe me. And I told him, like, I hope there is an afterlife and maybe we could go back in our memories. And I told him, I made him a bet. I told him, if there is, you're going to give me 100% of your currency that exists in the afterlife. If it does exist,
Wait,
if I'm right.
but who's to say that you and Dan are going to end up in the same spot in the afterlife?
Oh, shit, that's right.
good.
He's probably going to go to hell. This guy's
At least
watching,
I'll know you're a liar.
yeah, this guy's watching pregnant, like, with titties and shit, like, milking and crap.
Thanks
It is
to
what
you.
it is.
No, but, like, I'm surprised.
I don't want to go into a house with a lying deputy.
I'm
inspector.
not lying, dude. How hard is
Dude,
it
you're
to
I can't
Straight
trust
up
you with your
lying.
inspections. How can I trust you with
this
Zac-
motherfucker?
a
Or
quarter
Zac
of
Efron.
$1.8 million?
Because I drove that motherfucker in my Lincoln Navigator 2001, baby.
That's a good car, man.
That is
I was
a
in
big
a
car.
one.
It's a big ass car. You know how much gas costs in that shit? It got 60
I know.
miles per gallon.
You know
bro.
how
You know how
I
many? You know how many kilowatts? I'm just
Because you said that somehow you threw in a wrestler.
I didn't throw it in.
No.
He threw it in.
Oh,
who
here
threw
we
it
go.
in? Zac Efron?
So there was this hot bitch in the back. She was alright. She was attractive. She's not my type though. She was attractive, but she was tall.
Oh, she was educated.
What's up, Christine?
Whoa!
My bad.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Shit.
Close.
It's hard to
But no, like, so I was driving this motherfucker and I could hear him in the background. I just asked him, you do the typical Uber shit.
Dude,
You know?
I'm gonna give you 4 stars if you're listening to my conversation.
I'm not. I told him, you want music? I had water in the car. You want some water? Like, you can stop by, get
Did
your
you have any
alcohol.
mints and stuff?
No, I didn't have that shit.
3 stars.
But he did say like, oh yeah, can we stop by the liquor store real quick and buy some shit? Yeah,
Did you have an aux cable?
I actually don't remember.
2 stars.
I'll be honest, I don't remember that shit. I think I had like the tape one. If I did, it's a tape because it's 2001.
That's
so,
an octave.
yeah.
Yup. That's an octave.
Yeah,
So
because if I
2.5
did, I had the
stars.
cassette of that there at most. If that's
Yup.
all right.
Okay, 2.5
Yeah.
stars, so I'll continue.
That's not so
But I picked this fool up, and I picked him up at the back in the alleyway, and he came out from the back side of the club, and it was in Hollywood. I don't remember what the club is. You can't look up the history. It
You
doesn't-
picked up him?
No.
Who?
Zac Efron. But the
Get
name.
the fuck out of
No,
here.
I'm serious.
You guys just had a
Exactly.
I know,
dude,
we
exactly.
did, and now he just doesn't know. All right, so like,
But that's why we don't believe him.
no, let me tell you. I'll look into your eyes, and I'll swear like on whatever the fuck you want me to swear. I'll swear on my future Corvette or whatever the fuck. I'll swear on my wife's
You're
life or
not
some shit.
getting a Corvette. Get over it.
Yeah,
You're-
bitch. My wife doesn't want me to get one.
Exactly,
I
so
don't
it's
know.
not gonna
Even though we can afford it, she doesn't want me to get one.
It's not a smart move.
But we can afford it. Like,
Doesn't make it a good move.
If you can
dude.
do it, you can do it.
Yeah. No, she just says I shouldn't do it just because like she thinks it's a waste of money because it's like a sport. It's a sports car. So it's like,
Whose money is it?
It's mine.
Waste your money.
I mean, that's what I don't know. That's what I was saying. Like, we haven't touched her money at all because her money is like everything we paid every year, every month and shit. It's like my money, and I'm talking about like average we are spending like $3,000 a month or some shit like that. And it's all been my money. We don't touch her money at all. No
Because
matter
it's
what.
clean. Carlos is dirty because he lies on his inspections. That's
Anyway.
You don't pay taxes?
But anyway,
exactly why. If you listen to the first episode of Beer Budz After Dark, you'll find out that Carlos doesn't pay his taxes. And
anyway.
if he does pay his taxes, he gets the same amount of money in his refund.
Oh, that's right.
So if he breaks even.
They get the exact same amount of money back as I paid in my taxes.
You should
That
just
is
deny, dude. Deny.
No, I do report accurately. There's just a lot of bills I gotta pay.
There's just a lot of
It's
itemized
adjusted
deductions.
gross. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of adjusted gross income. Like, there's a lot of itemized deductions. You can make $3,000 every month, but there's an adjusted gross income. That's only like $36
So you
grand.
make 0 profits.
Well, no,
technically.
I make more than that because then I wouldn't have any money in my bank account.
Yeah, you need that to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
So
expenses.
I had to at least make that, which I do report that, but then you have to do deductions of what the bills and shit I had to pay, right? But anyways, that's not what this
Except the
conversation.
inspections that he gets paid for cash. I understand.
Anyways, so I went to Hollywood. I was driving my Lincoln Navigator. This is when I was at university. I needed a way to make money. I still hadn't gotten my license with that. So every time
You were
I
driving without a license, Carlos?
my fucking inspection license. So
Wrong
then,
license.
yeah. So then right after school, I would right away turn on my Uber and be like, I'll just drive wherever. So I turned on my Uber every time after school. And then one day I got taken out to like Hollywood or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal to me. I don't think driving is like a huge deal. The biggest deal is like the Lincoln Navigator. They waste a lot of gas. So it's like you get 16 miles per gallon or some shit like that on that fucking car.
Sounds like a Corvette.
It's a big ass car. However, there is times where I got Uber XL and like in an hour, I drove some family from like no, it was like a 45-minute drive. 45-minute drive from like
Orange County or something.
somewhere, yeah, something like that, but to LAX, and I got like $130 off of it.
Yeah, the more people you take, like definitely the more money you're
Yeah.
gonna make because
Nice.
because it's a lot of like you divide it. They assume that every person that they're taking is gonna fucking pay some money, and so like when you divide it all the way, like it's cheap technically, but if like fucking 5 of those people are kids,
Yeah, like yeah. And the funny thing is, like, it was a dad,
fucking kids.
it was a mom, it was a child, and a grandfather and grandmother. They were all Asians. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They were
There was
all
5 people.
Asians?
Yeah, they were all Asian.
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, I don't know. But I'm just
Statistics,
giving a
People pay for
description.
statistics.
I'm just giving a description. But they were all
You
Asians.
didn't ask for one.
I did.
Yeah,
Before,
I don't believe you, fellow. You back up Carlos too much.
He's my cousin. He has to.
I have this family,
I
man.
have cousins that I don't even
Shit.
talk to.
But I mean, I have a lot of those cousins too. But there was 5 of them, and they were Asians. So like in an hour, like less than an hour, I made like 100 something. So there's times where you can make good money in Uber with the XL because you're driving like a lot of people. But anyways, that day I know I drove someone from Fullerton to like fucking like Newport Beach, and then someone from Newport Beach to like back to Fullerton, from Fullerton to like LA and then whatnot. But then eventually at some point I got near like Beverly Hills and Hollywood. I don't remember what that street is called, but there's like it's a very nice street. It's a clean street. There's like clubs there and shit.
Oh, Santa Monica, in West Hollywood.
Maybe I
Like
don't know.
Troubadour?
It was a long time.
Was there a lot of?
This was like my first year in university. Like when I was like 24 or
Like
something.
the
When I went back to school. And shit, essentially, right? So I went, and then I get a notification. I'll pick up, and the name on the Uber app says it's Mark or some shit like that.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg.
So then I'm like, all right, and then it says pick up there, but I'm like, where the fuck do I park? There's no parking because it was like in front of the club and shit. And then he ends up calling me, he's like, oh yeah, just pull up to the back in the alley and shit. I'm like, all right, so I just pull up to the alley, and then this guy comes out, and there's a security guard, and he escorts him out and shit through the back, opens the door to the back of the club. That's not a normal thing you do for a fucking normal guest, first of all. But this guy's name, he's Mark. So I lower the window.
Hey, Carlos. How's it going, man?
Did he have a Boston accent?
I would have recognized Mark Wahlberg though, because I've seen his movies. I wouldn't have recognized Zac Efron because I've never seen his movies. This is why I never recognized.
Can I get in your car? Hey, say hi to your mother for me.
But I lower the window. I'm like, Mark. He's all like, he looks confused at first of all, and I 100%. I'm not making this up because I remember like, because he took like 2 seconds to answer me. He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay.
You told this guy.
Because I asked his name. Like,
Are you Mark?
are you Mark? No, I asked him, are you Mark? And he just looked confused. He's like, oh, yeah. And then he like jumped in the back. And he jumped in the back with this chick. She was pretty skinny. She was like a little, like light dark skin. She was kind of hot, but she's not my type.
Hi.
She was like
Too dark
5, I would say she was like 5'6", 5'7", kind of thing.
That's the height.
The guy himself was like 5'9", or some shit like that. And I'm like, this guy looks...
Efron's around that height.
Yeah. Is he? I actually don't know his height. I never looked him up. But
And then when you were
he
driving,
was an attractive guy, though. He was a white dude. And I'm like, oh, this guy looks familiar. But I couldn't put a picture...
That's
fucking
definitely
finger.
not Mark Wahlberg.
I couldn't put a finger... Yeah,
He's like
it's not.
5'6".
Yeah. No, because I never seen High School
Couldn't put a face in the
Musical.
picture, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't. I'm like, this guy looks like someone, but I never seen High School Musical at that point. The only movie
So you saw it after.
I'm gonna watch that after too, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I can take her from the run.
I saw
I
High School
watch-
Musical at
The
24.
only reason I care,
watch
look,
musical.
it's the only reason I care about it. I don't care that it was Zac Efron. I care because no one believes me about it. That's why I care about it. Because no one believes. I don't give a fuck it was Beyonce. I don't give a fuck about that bitch either. But it's just like no one believes me about it. I said Beyonce because she's like really famous. It's not because she's like I would have said Jay-Z and
Those
that motherfucker.
those
is a bitch,
Beyonce
too.
Fans are gonna come after you, Carl.
I know. It could be Jay-Z too though.
It's okay,
Jay-Z's a
no
little
one
bitch
listens to
too.
this podcast.
Anyway. Yeah. But I picked him up and he wanted to go to the liquor store, went to the liquor store with South, but he asked me if I wanted anything. I'm like, no, I'm good, dude. And he goes and buys some. It takes like fucking 10 minutes. I was kind of like, look at that. It took forever because he's running on my time kind of thing. You know?
But then you can
And
charge
then
him for that.
no, it actually doesn't add up that much because it adds up when you're actually moving. I think, right? Is that what it is? Because
Yeah.
it's when it's moving.
You should have just kept circles in the parking lot.
Right.
Going in circles.
And then I continued driving.
Right?
Yeah, basically.
I gotta keep the engine on, bro.
I guess that would.
Gotta keep the engine warm.
Yeah.
And so then he goes back in. We're still like somewhere in Hollywood or Beverly Hills at this point because the address at the end was like Beverly Hills. So we go up and then I'm going up like a mountain, you know, like the circular, like the really narrow roads, which I fucking hate. I don't know how people live there. To be honest, I don't care if I'm rich. I would never live in those roads. Those roads fucking suck. Like,
Not even that, they're narrow. Plus, during the day, there's so many people with money, so they
Yeah.
have construction
yeah,
going on all the time. So
Mhm.
there's these big trucks going up,
no parking.
concrete trucks,
Unless you have a driveway,
lawn.
there's no parking.
lawn guys, gardeners, like all these big trucks.
And when you were going up the hill and you're like, I don't know if I can do this.
No,
Was Zac Efron like, we're all in this
I
together?
don't know what that is. I never watched the movie. I told you I never watched it. Even to this day, I haven't
But I
watched
know what
it.
that song is.
Oh. But I
I know what
continued
it is.
driving. It was a bunch of
Basketball courts?
No, switchbacks. Like right, so I could continue going up, and eventually we get to a gate. So I'm like, oh yeah, just pull up to a gate, and then he talks to the gate, and
The gate?
yeah, there was a gate. It rolled open.
It's my woman.
It opened up, and the gate was it's like
Did
the
he get
wooden
out?
T,
Did he, like,
and then like the middle part is like think of it like a plastic see-through kind of thing. Have you ever seen the wooden gates? They're not completely wooden. They're only wooden in like the outline, but then the middle portion, like imagine a window, the middle portion is like a plastic.
Okay.
So that's how the gate was, and I remember it that way. Exactly, and it opened up, and we drove in, and then the driveway is like a good like 150 feet or some shit like that, 100 feet.
That's how tall he is?
No, the
Oh, the driveway.
So I drove for like I kept driving, and this is the other thing. I was driving the Navigator. Driving is like not big either, and I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of scary. So I'm driving. It's still part of his house, but I'm driving in the driveway and I go, and I finally get to his house. His house is actually kind of small, but it is on the hill, so I completely hill. Like I'm talking about hill, like straight up like down.
So would you
there.
consider him
Maybe. But when I get to his parking lot, he already has cars parked in there. You know, to get out, I had to reverse.
All
Like-
the way?
No, I had to pull in, reverse like 4 fucking times and
Oh,
shit.
it's
Like,
like, He did it on purpose, like bring my cars out, park them right now because there's this Uber guy coming. I want
we
to
were
see him
licking
reverse.
Navigator and a big ass. I was like, oh my fucking. This guy didn't get tip me. He didn't tip me, by the way, either. Oh, but the house, I'm like, all right.
That's
this
how
is-
I know it wasn't him.
No,
That's how you know he's rich, dude.
No.
Rich people don't tip.
Yeah.
That's part of
No.
it. That's it.
That's
100%.
true.
No, I feel like rich people sometimes don't tip. I'll be honest. I don't think so. But
Is that
He
why you
did
don't
tip.
tip now?
That's why
No.
Carlos is he's like, I'm not gonna pay him for what they did. That's their job.
Yeah,
They'll pay
yeah.
anyways.
no, I mean, I didn't complain about it. But
One could
Don't-
argue that.
no, I didn't complain. The only reason I'm like saying it's weird because after the fact, after I dropped them off, I'm like, this
You
guy
said,
looks-
oh, weird. But I'm thinking,
no,
I heard rigged.
no. It's just like this guy looks so fucking familiar. I'm like, what the fuck? And I kept Google searching,
Yeah.
like people. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? Right,
So
but
you Google search people. Obviously, you're not gonna find.
not people. But I kept so. When I was in the parking lot, I like pulled out. He's all like, "Thank you," whatever. He goes out with the girl. Oh, when we're in the drive, this is where the wrestler thing. He starts talking to a girl. I asked him what music he wants, and I put it on the radio because at first I had like K-Rock. 'Cause
You got
Because
high school.
I had my music. I had my music playing because I like
You have
rocking
to.
shit. Yeah.
You have to.
And then
Put it on
afterwards,
Mumford
I
and
told
Sons.
him. At that point, yeah, I did 100%. And then I told him like, what radio station? He's all like, he wants 99.1. I think it was what he wanted.
KGGI.
Yeah, or 96.7 or some shit like that. It was.
I don't know.
Which no, it's the same as
96.3?
it's the same as 99.1 and 102.7. 96.7 is like the same shit basically. It's just
I know
96.1.
96.3 is. Oh,
96.3 is more like
97.5?
rapper shit, right?
One of those two is reggaeton. Like
96.3.
96 something is
96.3
reggaeton.
is reggaeton.
Yeah.
96.3. Yeah. That's the one.
But so I put his thing on and whatever. But while we were like driving there, he started talking like, oh yeah, like something about John Cena's grandson or some shit like that. I'm like, is this guy just trying to fucking impress the girl?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, like just to like, I thought he was just trying to like talk shit and like just like, oh, I want to
Flex
this
on
bitch.
it.
Yeah, just flex on the girl like, oh yeah, I know John Cena's grandson or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember what they talked about, but he did say that. We go to the top. I pull out.
Whoa, why were you pulling out?
For reverses. It took forever. I'm gonna hit this guy's cars. I was afraid of hitting his
What kind
car.
of cars did you have?
He had
A Toyota Camry?
no, like a 1960 Mustang. I don't know which year Mustang, but he did on
The John
1960.
Wick one? Like
I
a
don't
John
know.
Wick.
It was a 1960 Mustang. I don't know what year in 1960, but for sure it was a 1960. Maybe 1970, but he had a 1960 Mustang in there. He had a bunch of old cars, 100%. I didn't see any new cars. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like all I remember is seeing old cars, and that's weird. I don't know much about how old cars. I'm not like a fan of old cars, so that's why.
We had a 2001 Audi.
It's not that old.
That ain't that old. Like,
Yeah.
I think of old cars, I think of like 1970,
Yeah,
1960s.
yeah. But I had to like reverse 4 times. I get out, and then as I get out, I park, and I'm like, "Who the fuck was this guy? This guy like he had a driveway that went like 100 to 150 feet. And I'm like, this guy has some like, is he like a famous stockbroker? Like, does he own a business? I'm like, but this guy looks so familiar. I couldn't put my fucking finger on it, and I'm like, oh wait, I saw that movie Neighbors, and I'm like, wait, and I go to the Neighbors cast. I'm like, oh my god, this motherfucker looks like Zac Efron. And I'm like, I think this is Zac Efron. I look up like Zac Efron where he lives, and if you go search it, like it'll come up as an old search as one of his old houses. He doesn't live there anymore. But
Because you
that same
Carlos knows where I live now.
Yeah.
Let's move on in.
Wait, so there's more to the story?
There's some sketchy,
I'm
there's
saying
some sketchy ass Mexican food I just
all I remember is I
Hey, bro.
texted.
Hey, bro, what kind of music you want fool? You want
That
to
means-
listen to some reggaeton? Some...
All I remember is I texted I texted Christine or my sister like, yo, I think I just drove like Zac Efron or something.
That means you actually did drive Zac Efron. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't care. But like, the reason I care as much
He
right
does
now,
care.
no, you know why?
Because-
Because these motherfuckers don't believe me. That's why I
I
care.
don't believe you.
'Cause- yeah, that's why I fucking care. Because you guys don't believe me. Like,
This is the first time I heard this story.
my biggest thing of all the celebrities I could fucking bullshit and lie about. Why the fuck would I choose Zac Efron?
Yeah,
First
fuck
of all,
Zac Efron.
yeah, I agree.
Because after you
Look.
saw High School Musical, you're like,
I
you know
never
what?
saw that movie.
Yeah.
Zac Efron, I want to say it because we're all in this together.
I just think it's a weird one to choose. Like, I don't fucking know. Like,
I think it's because you chose him perfect. Because you're like, oh, they're not going to know who he is.
oh my
And then in
fucking
10
God.
years, I'm going to be like, oh, that was a lie. I got you guys.
Once Zac Efron blows up, he's gonna be like, I knew Zac Efron. Zac Efron already blew up.
Carlos is gonna be that one like grandpa like I drove when I was a boy. When I was
I
driving
just
without
can't-
a license.
Nah, man, I just care because my friends don't fucking believe me, and that's why I try to do a bet that like if we die and there's an afterlife currency, I'm telling them bet me 100% of your currency, and I'll bet you 100% of my currency.
So first of all, how do you know we're friends? And then second of all, since he was talking about John Cena's grandchildren, can you even see
I don't
John
know.
Cena's grandchildren? Because John Cena's in this.
Wait, why would John
You
Cena
can't see
grandchildren?
Oh,
was it
yeah.
no, not his grandchildren, nephew. Sorry, it wasn't grandchildren.
Okay, so,
It doesn't say like what the fuck John Cena grandchildren doesn't make sense. Nephew, it was his nephew.
okay. So you can't see.
It was his nephew, not grandchildren. Because there's no way John Cena can
Yeah,
have grandchildren. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
He was married and divorced and that.
But look, look it up, and it knows like, well, this is what. Here's the
I'll
thing.
look it up right now.
No. Here's the thing. You know what they tell me is like, well, Carlos, you Google search Zac Efron's house, and then you like just describe it to us. I'm like, oh my god, dude! Like this is like a super conspiracy. Like you guys are telling me I'm doing.
So Carlos told me to Google search it. I just Google searched this Carlos.
Go to
show
images.
up to his inspection. Then it says no on Google. And even Google knows you're lying.
All right. Here.
But if you just Google any house in West Hollywood, they all have nice driveways and nice gates.
You're right,
That was awesome.
but look. This is where I said like, look at the gate. Hold on. I don't even know if it's the same. He probably will. Like I'm 100%.
Why don't you just DM him? Then
This
I'll
is the
believe
fucking
you.
gate. Like this is what I'm telling them. Like this is the gate. Like go look at what I Google search.
You could look at anything.
Carlos.
That's what I looked up. Look,
Carlos.
Zac Efron
That's
house.
a Japanese garden.
No. You see that shit? You see what I Google search? You see what? No, but you realize how crazy that is to fucking come up with conspiracy that like that's what I'm fucking doing. And then like Zac Efron house. I'm gonna choose. This is even the first image, by
This
the way.
doesn't even have a driveway.
This is no. That's not the house I'm talking about. Why? Hold up. Let me scroll down. Because remember I told you about the gate and I had to pull up and they had a fucking
Yeah.
right there.
That's not 150
That's not even-
feet.
That's not even the... Dude, after that, it goes around. It's like 100 feet. But that's the word. Remember I told you about the plastic bag? You know this isn't even the first image that pops up. Like, so you're telling me, I'm be like, oh yeah, I went to Zac Efron's house. His driveway was like... Like, why wouldn't I say his driveway was this? Instead, it's the first fucking image. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I believe you, dude.
thank you.
That's
I
what
believe
families are for,
Carlos.
Carlos.
100%. That's what
That's
that's what for.
That's what families for.
Family.
I still remember his fucking parking lot. I fucking hated it. Fuck this asshole, dude. He didn't tip me either. He's fucking rich and he didn't tip me. That actually lined up. But I don't mind. I'm just doing the job. But that legit, I'm not even joking with you guys. That
Well, you just
legit.
don't show up to your jobs, Carlos. You do it over the phone.
This motherfucker. That legit right there.
that's a plus for me, man.
That's the fucking gate.
Fucking,
That's
do
his
your
gate.
job on your phone, I'll just call it, hey.
That's his
I
fucking
remember.
gate. Like I told you guys,
That's
it's a
tight.
wood outline. That was his gate. Old gate. I don't think he lives here anymore.
That's tight.
But that right there, that little wood, that little cement shit, that's where he talked into to say like, hey.
He talked
over
to his
here.
own house.
Like
Yeah.
Smart House from Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I'm trying
I
to see
remember
if you
that
can
shit.
see the. I'm trying to see. Oh, there's his fucking parking lot. I think. Yeah, that's his parking lot right there. That little piece of shit right there. So the driveway is right here. You see the fucking trees? You see the bushes?
Yeah.
Right here. So the parking lot,
That's it.
the driveway goes around here this way. And this is the parking lot right here. You see the cars?
Yeah.
So that was his parking lot. And he had a bunch of cars
You
parked.
couldn't reverse that?
No, because he had a bunch of fucking cars parked here. And so I had to fucking like, this is the space I had. This little square space.
Bro, this is not a tiny house on a hill, by the way.
That's a
That's a
sick-ass
massive house.
Well, all I could see was this first floor. I couldn't see the bottom. It was late at night. I couldn't see anything more than that was late at
That
night.
reminds me of like a GTA house. Like on GTA 5 on fucking PS4.
Alright, but if you guys don't believe me, who wants to bet me 100% currency of the afterlife? And I'll bet my 100% currency if you don't believe me if I'm wrong.
What do you mean?
Like, if there is an afterlife and there's a currency in the afterlife, who wants to bet me 100% of their...
I believe you that there's an afterlife. I don't. A currency in the afterlife? What do you mean?
No, like, let's say I'm right about the Zac Efron. Let's say there is a currency or something equivalent to that. Are you willing to bet 100% of that
No.
to me?
100%.
It's saying
like,
that you don't believe me about that I drove Zac Efron. Which it's something like so insignificant, but
Nothing is ever 100%. Nothing. 0%. Nothing is ever 100%. And if you think fucking,
Oh, we're out of focus. Nice.
if you think anything
Why
is
does it do that?
I got it. I don't got
no,
it.
you gotta put it closer, all the way in.
Perfect.
Take it off real quick. There you go.
There it is.
All right. So what are you saying?
I forgot.
You said something. Nothing's 100%.
Carlos, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You don't believe me either.
I ate 2 edibles before I got to the show.
No wonder you're so fucking bad.
I'm a little bit high.
That's fine.
Are you
I
drinking?
want some too now. No, you got
my
dropped
lady
off.
drove me
Yeah,
here.
you got dropped off.
I gotta get me later.
Yeah. A lady.
I love her.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Shit,
damn.
I know. Woo! What? That's the wrong one. I know.
Oh my heart.
That's the wrong one. I should have a boost sound. Wait, hold up. Record it. Record this sound. Go to the next sound box and record it.
Go to the next sound box.
That's too much work. We'll do it later.
Oh shit!
That's tight.
That's too much work, Carlos.
I got this.
Ooh.
Woo! Alright, so you say you have a lady that loves you? I got this one. But you know what I mean. Oh shit.
That's pretty cool.
That's tight.
I like how you have this shit too and you don't know you can do.
No, because I only do 1 round of banks.
So you believe me though. He
Yes.
doesn't believe me. He doesn't believe me. Are you willing to bet if there is a currency? 100% your fucking currency. I give you 100% mine if I'm fucking lying.
If there's a,
You know what's
if there's a
funny?
currency, I wanna-
I've asked him this question and he said no.
What do you mean if there's a currency?
Like happiness currency in the afterlife or some shit like where you can like get more.
Oh, if there's a. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If there's a
And
currency.
he's all like, no, I don't bet you, because like in the 1% chance you're not lying. That's what he told me. Like, I don't want to bet it.
I think you probably think that you drove him, but you're mistaken.
Are you fucking
So you might believe it with all your heart, but there's a chance, like Jesse said, that you drove him.
We're just some random ass fools talking about some random ass shit.
I gotta say this: the fact that I searched Zac Efron's house in Google, and the fact that this guy looked exactly like him, and that the image that popped up was that front gate, I'm 100% sure that who I drove was Zac Efron.
And the only thing we have is your memory.
I would
That's not
believe
good.
99.9%.
That
But
is
there's
oh,
a
yeah.
0.1% that we're living in a simulation, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's true. And Carlos just got glitched.
Yo, you.
I mean, I fucking drove Uber, but that's not a lie. I drove Uber. You
I
don't
believe that, yo.
Someone's fucking with you, dude, with your AI stuff.
When I was driving Uber, I picked up some random person who said he
Some
wanted-
random
he was a random person
Yeah.
who said he won some singing show. He said he won a singing show where like he was they had like a little pre thing for him, and he was like, oh yeah, I used to sing a cappella and fucking beatbox on the subways in New York, and now I'm here. But who knows? Like, is that an industry plan? Who knows?
You know what's fucking weird? Like after you said that, to me is like, I don't know how like you can't believe me, but you could believe like random Lyft drivers are like, oh, I drove Jay-Z, I drove Beyonce.
I don't believe him.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't. Fuck those fools.
Yeah, alright, never mind. Do you guys believe them when your Uber or Lyft drivers tell you like, oh, I drove this person or this person?
I don't talk to them.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't talk to.
All right, what about
Yeah,
the bitch?
it's fucked up, man.
What
I was
about?
the driver.
No, but I got some crazy.
I was a
dude.
Lyft driver. Wait, what about the chick we who drove us?
Oh, you talked to her. I
Yeah,
didn't talk to her.
But she told us like,
She
oh
told
yeah.
me you were gay. She's
Yeah,
like, you're a gay guy.
She's like, you're secretly gay, huh? That's what she told me. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? She would tell me all this kind of shit. Like, you're just trying to make up for the fact that you're gay, huh? Because I'm like, you're just trying to be masculine because you're really, really gay, aren't you? It's like, I'm like, okay. She's a fucking bitch.
If that's the truth, fuck her. Who cares?
I mean, it doesn't matter if I was gay, but she was a lesbian. We
She
do
was
know that.
definitely a lesbian.
She told us that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
tight.
not because we were guessing.
I was like, we definitely know.
No, she told us she was a lesbian.
She was hitting on our girls.
Do we have any girls in the car? That was just you, me. Oh yeah, it was Christine was there anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Carlos.
And then, oh yeah, that's right. And then she was making fun of my Christine for picking me.
Damn.
Just trying to demasculate you to take your woman.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that is kind of sad, isn't it? That is fucking sad. I'm kind of.
Damn.
Kinda
Bob Dylan. I gotta play some Bob Dylan now.
This is
This
Billy
is
Joel
Bob
right
Dylan.
now.
Billy Joel.
Yeah.
I was Bob
Who the
Dylan
fuck?
too.
Who invited this guy, Bob Dylan?
I still remember that day. That fucking bitch made me feel ashamed of myself.
It is what it is, man. It happens.
Fucking made fun of me.
Is that why you drank so much that night?
No.
Probably.
No.
It was another reason.
It was another
You guys didn't believe me about Zac Efron. I was not yet joking. So.
God damn it. I did drive Zac Efron.
I just don't understand why you guys can't believe me. They just don't want to be fooled by me. Honestly, because I one time kept up alive for like 2 years or 3 years or some shit like that. I forgot what it was about. It
It's
was
like
something
the dog who
about
cried wolf, dude.
yeah.
Exactly.
It was like something about Batman or some shit.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But I kept it up for 3 years and they asked me, it's like, you told me that! I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. Because I had forgotten about the fucking lie. And they're like, oh, you were fucking lying, weren't you? I'm like, yeah, I was.
That's fucked up.
But at this point, this side would have been already, it's almost 6 years with this side.
I think you're trying to make this like your best lie ever,
That's
tight.
right? And it's not
You
gonna
gotta
happen.
scale, you gotta show it off.
That's 6. It's gonna be like a 20-year lie when I'm 46. I'm gonna be like, no, 44. Sorry, I'm gonna be like, you guys are stupid. I didn't try.
If I ever meet Zac Efron, I'll ask him, did you own a house?
no.
Did you own a house in Hollywood? With a long driveway.
I wish there was a way he could remember. I wish there was a way you could look at your trip history. But he knows. He's driven Uber. You can't look up who you've driven before. You can't look up their information. You can't do anything. Nothing.
0%. Nothing. Because they wanna protect the
Yeah.
customers but not the employees.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So, I mean, I remember one time I was trying to look it up because I was like, oh, I gotta show these motherfuckers that I'm right. And I just couldn't find the information. I was fucking sad about that.
You thought I was gonna say Mark/Zac Efron.
No. The name was just like Mark or Max or some fucking. I just remember it started with an M. I say Mark because it's the easiest name.
Marky
I can
Mark?
say.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Tight.
Fucking. I'm so sad that you guys don't believe me that joke.
I
I
kind of
believe you.
want to
I know
end this,
you do.
that you're sad. I think it's the best way to end the episode.
Alright, do the fucking thing.
Oh, what's that? Was that?
That was there.
Beer Budz Eric?
That's fucking. Yeah,
Beer.
I know he does a great
That's
job.
fucking funny.
Alright, so we're gonna end it up with America, and then we're gonna end it up with
Fuck yeah!
I'm all about America. I voted for Trump in 2020.
God. Fuck.
Nuts.
I believe in the Beer Budz. I don't believe in the illegals. I only believe in the aliens.
Aliens are good. I like aliens.
I forgot we recorded that. But I guess this. So you guys are ready? Oh, doom, doom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This motherfucker's gonna. All right, let's end it. This has been Beer Budz After Dark. Is this the one? Did you record over my? Oh, you went to the next one. No, let's do this one. There you go.
No?
That's just fucking sick.
That's me beatboxing.
Beat that pussy out, beat that pussy out. That's what it says. I'm just copying the lyrics, bro. I'm not gonna beat that pussy up until tonight. I'll beat that pussy up tonight, boy. Alright. Alright. So you guys are cool with Beer Budz After Dark?
Yeah.
Alright.
It was
It was
Carlos
scary.
story time.
It was story time. It was sad. It was all this shit.
Yeah.
No, take that shit out. It's just circle that. So it's been Beer Budz After Dark. This is just Carlos. Yeah, make the song sad. Wait, no, start it all over. It's been Beer Budz After Dark. This is just Carlos. Next one. Let's go. This is just. Say your name, bitch.
Where's Eric?
Greg's, no, you have to go to the next one.
No, it's that one.
Bienvenidos a
That's
esta
tight.
Beer Budz.
That's a good one.
It's been Beer Budz. This is just.
Bienvenidos a la estación de Beer Budz.
Beer Budz Daniel.
Just say this is just that. I'll tell them.
This is Beer Budz Donna. Sorry.
He really sad.
Unofficial. Beer Budz Michael.
We're signing off. We're so sad. We're depressed. Alright, let's go. Let's do this shit. Get
What
the
is your
shot.
name, Eric's?
What do you mean when I named Eric's?